Abusua memo akwaba de botum for ba studios. Message so ba so subscribe, like, comment na sa share mame. Na abusua endra da Captain Kojo Smart e show so ewo Onua TV so no. Obetutu jabi edema eye NPP aban Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo ne Vice President Dr. Alhaji Mahamadou Bawumia say amra mobile power no ade papa bia no mabeya ma asanteman an bibi papa bia no mabeya asanteman na oto aso chirechire mu de nyoma bi baba abonti sanso na Kevin Taylor enso aba abonti tuja edema Supreme Court Judge Obano watutu jabi pa de amano ebusia mese onya brane nkohwe video ni bi mbra ba yebeto aso
mese aban we baaye enfie nwotwe monchira ma de bia ye papa wo kuma se aban we na ye twa send me Facebook so se na for WhatsApp me na me mo so kentin krono den na waye ka kira me project papa ben pa and aban we asha se wo kuma se ye betu di yense se ye bo se wawie kira me can greater kuma se ono Akufo-Addo na friend greater kuma se e den na aban we aye si ho ai betu di yense ti so de chem so den na waye ho ai bokrom A line B line C line D line F line then is wo tafo then why ho woko kan na MPs na sorry ya 6 unit classroom block na niema ameri nyanu ni ye de akosi Kumase ase na Addo akoto bibi abra Kumase eye Mahama tani ni na toy $5 million just $5 million and you did transport the other way. You did see ship so a free Dubai or Turkey, papa, they do Ghana and a takrade. A free takrade bese kwa Kumase, Nanado say, or the $41 million. And they are faka, they are far days way they call. And so I didn't free Dubai, $5 million. And a po, na de koi. That's how na energy minister. And I say, hey, ye Ghana, Obia, you're quiet.
Is the Chief Justice, and or no, ena Ghana Supreme Court no, Udinim. After marking Eddie Nasem Echo Supreme Court no, or Kokachi Chief Justice say, a year nipa miensa bia omo Parliament, and Alban Bagbin, actually omoto Asia Kunya, say omo ko independent dia, a year Akunyana ewohono, Sebio. Omo jakunyana to eni se omo from se omo ye MPP MPs na emom omo ye independent eye osono maame Madam Tokonu ene eye the Supreme Court judges omo ka ba ko ye MPP foot soldier a ye friend eye gawu eye Nansia na Akufo-Addo eye the Supreme Court judge na obi anim so oye former MPP parliamentary candidate Ghana mo Supreme Court judge oye former parliamentary candidate Emma political party in power. When you read Ernest Gawu's profile, and this man is part of the panel. Omu decide here, Omu really say the Supreme Court has jurisdiction. Omu the power to step into the rulings of a parliament. Now, when you read Justice Ernest Gawu's profile very well, this is what you see. Whilst in private practice, he was active in partisan politics from 2009 to 2016, serving as a constituency chairman and parliamentary candidate for the New Patriotic Party in the whole West and whole Central constituencies. He resigned on 16 September 2020, which was the same day he was appointed as a High Court judge. This judge, Ernest Gawu, was the constituency chairman, a parliamentary candidate. In fact, the day he resigned that he's no more a parliamentary candidate for the MPP, no, that was the same day Akufo-Addo in 2020 moved him to the higher court. So, no matter how you see this judge at this point is not supposed to be part of this case, especially when you have so many judges on standby that you can place or to replace this man on this panel. These are all the women almost Supreme Court. So I'm going to keep this on the screen. Senebeya, when I put the questions out, all the women at the Supreme Court, no, obia dinwum into obia NTA. Why are they we concerned? No, be honest with yourself. Come out and let the people know. Resign before it gets murkier. I'm not threatening anybody. I'm just saying, say it will be better for all of us to protect our integrity. Emma Omo Ghana Supreme Court now, Omo 5. Just Gertrude Araba Isaba Saki Tokonu, she is the Chief Justice. Justice Mariama OWUSU, she's a judge, senior judge at the Supreme Court. Justice Avril Lovelace Johnson, she's also a judge at the Supreme Court. Justice Professor Henrietta Joy Abena Nyakum Mensa Bonsu, she's also at the Supreme Court. And Justice Barbara F. Aka Yensu, she is also at the Supreme Court. Team, stay with me. Mr. P, stay with me. Mr. S, stay with me. My first question to these judges, there's one judge I'm sending these questions to, and we are going to cut this piece. The judge now, or what's in my women, also Obabon Tibe answer. There are videos, there are car numbers, there are pictures, there are text messages. Nobody is God in Ghana. Say Papa a friend Papa Anyashia, Bonnie a friend Bonnie Anyashi. Now, which Supreme Court judge or your bar, which one of you goes to sleep at McCarthy Hill? Which one of you Supreme Court judges you say you are married goes to sleep at McCarthy Hill? Second question. Which of you Supreme Court judges or your bar, the place you go to sleep, the gentleman now Okodanifino, that gentleman was going through a divorce, and you, the judge, are one of the female Supreme Court judges. You actually got that gentleman a lawyer. Question number 3. You, this Supreme Court judge, your bar, sa nipa 5 you are about 15 years older than this gentleman. You are about 15 years old. You are older. You are 15 years older than this gentleman. That's question number 3. Question 4, and this is a specific question. There is a place near the Swiss school, near Ekufuadu's place. You, this woman, have you been sharing bed in that neighborhood with a member of parliament? Listen, there is a specific place near the Swiss school. It's very near to Ekufuadu's place. You, the Supreme Court judge, you are a woman. You say you are married. You have been sharing bed with another politician. I'm giving you specifics so that you know that I know what I'm talking about. Who is this gentleman? Question number 5. Now, let me go more deeper. The gentleman you, this chief person, you are seeing. The person you, this judge, you are seeing in Ghana is a businessman. He's rich. He's less educated. You, this woman judge, you go to this man's house. And the funny thing is you leave the house 5 a.m. every morning. 5 a.m. The gentleman's name is Emmanuel. For some reason, I'm not going to add the second one. He is linked to some kind of milk in Ghana. The gentleman is called Emmanuel. He is linked to some kind of product in Ghana, milk product in Ghana. His name is Emmanuel. His date of birth is the 31st of March. I'm being specific so that you know what I'm talking about. There are pictures, there are videos, there are chats. Because most of you are saying you are Christians. You are married, you stay with your husbands, there's no problem. The gentleman is called Emmanuel. He's linked with a product called milk. This gentleman was born on the 31st of March. You always leave this place at 5 a.m. You change cars. So we have about 3 car numbers and the 3 cars that you use in going and coming every time. Now, this is specific. What was Afenyomakin doing at you, the judge's place near Wireless around Cantonment? What was Afenyomakin doing at your place? What was Afenyomakin doing at Wireless around Cantonment? What was Afenyomakin doing at your place? On the 11th of November, Papa Anyashia, Bonnie Anyashi. This man used to be a member of the NPP, and not just a mere member. He used to be a parliamentary candidate. No matter how you see this, he has a little bit of soft spot for the NPP. And this is a very, very important case, sir. You, the same Chief Justice, you call the case exceptional circumstances. So if the case is an exceptional circumstances, then you don't leave any room for doubt. That is why you are supposed to take the man off the case, to take out that misconception and that idea say Chief Justice is trying to rake. Because the moment you keep the man on, even though Parliament sanctioned him to come to the Supreme Court, he is not supposed to be seen as being biased. So to prevent that, in the eyes of the public or the citizenry or people in court, he needs to stay away so that the court or the people in court will have a clear understanding or conscience in following the case. Because no matter what you do, say Judge Way, the chairman or whole central through Ayana during his time or manibeye parliamentary candidate ebejina anymore na panel bi or no kanwa. The law now Mosiane say he needs to recuse himself. Because say in the corner no relationship, he's had relationship with that man before. That man has helped him become chief candidate before. He used to know this man. He used to work with this man. So logically, reasoning wise, it is best for this judge to step away. And it's now to court. Now your judge. Now oba asamoba yema oba ndi asamono. Yema undi oba nasem. And it's na sebia unya ba kura kunu asamoba. Nesi yehuse unya ba kunu ena na asamaba. The Chief Justice is supposed to make sure you don't sit on the case. So why would the Chief Justice say, upon all these things that is going to create some misconception in the eyes, on the heads of people, she still insists to say, this man is supposed to sit on the case. And then the chair will say, the intent has never been clear for the Chief Justice and the panel. It has always been a biased panel that is there to work for the executive. And I want you to understand the AC or Supreme Court. And when people say the Chief Justice has sold the court's soul and that the Chief Justice or Sonomame is doing the bidding of the executive, you are not supposed to compete. Forget about their jargons. We are applying common sense here. We are applying reasoning here. We are trying to let people understand and say, oh, yeah, jaja, oh, nyanyame. You need to use your conscience. Sa adwene da da utimu no a wo mpese obepa obi hu na kasa we jantre no sa adwene na wo se boawo na a guide in using the law to protect yourself and protect the people before you. That is your core mandate.
Abisua, when in Sembia Captain Kojo Smart ne Kevin Taylor Endrada omodeba abonti abisua message so subscribe, like, comment na sa share mam makrada so na yebese share.